going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here in Warframe, talking the Dakra Prime build today. I did adjust this a bit, so this is what we're going to talk about. We'll get some details right here. Now, this is by far my favorite of the melee weapons in-game in terms of pretty much every melee weapon, and I love this longsword type weapon. Okay, so let's just get through some basics here. It is a mastery level 6 weapon, just so that you know. Obviously Dakra Prime, you're gonna have to go farm it in the void. You got 2 polarity slots, the dash and the V polarity slot. It can hit multiple targets on its normal attacks, and the Crimson Dervish is the stance of choice for this. Now, I like this weapon. This is my favorite weapon, and what's nice about this is with the Crimson Dervish you get the bonus multiplier on the initial 3 attacks. So I believe it is the first 3 combos that you deal will deal up to 200% bonus damage on top of your base damage, which basically means that you're going to get about 300% total damage increase. It's does take a lot of stamina, but and it will slow your weapon down a little bit, so you got to counteract for that. This thing is crazy insane with the amount of damage that it can put out in terms of DPS for this weapon. Like I said, by far my favorite weapon, and I love running it with the Crimson Dervish over the Iron Phoenix, but the Iron Phoenix is also available for this weapon if you want to use it. And the Iron Phoenix is more like a copter type of stance on it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get over to the build, and I'll show you how I have it set up now. Alright, let's take a look at the Dakra Prime. I think you're going to find this is a really simple setup for me as well. We are focusing, obviously we're going to use the Crimson Dervish here on this stance. This is the one I really like, the strong whirlwind attacks. Combos are very simple and easy to pull off on this over and over and over, so that makes it a nice one for me. Of course, you can utilize the Iron Phoenix as well, fast cutting attacks with the puncture finish. But that's, you know, personal preference. I like the Crimson Dervish. Didn't feel like going with potentially changing anything up. But with the terms of the way I have it built, I really could just use Iron Phoenix anytime I want to, just so you can see that. Okay, so looking at it, of course, we're going to do our standards here. We're going to go Pressure Point, Buzz, Kill, Jagged Edge to get the maximum amount of slash damage I can get out of here. I am going utility here with Life Strike as always, because when I get into the thick of it, I like to have that ability available. I realize channeling efficiency is negatively impact, but you know, it is what it is. That 20% lifesteal comes in really handy when we get to the high levels, depending upon what frame you're using. Of course, I'm going to use Fury here to get my fastest attack speed that I possibly can, and my pure focus is solely on corrosive, so Fever Strike, Berlin Scourge gets me the most amount of toxin, and then I'm going to put in focused energy here for some channeling efficiency. It's not a lot, it's only 2 points off, but anything is better than nothing, and 60% electricity. And as you can see, this is the numbers. Sure, we can go higher, we can do other things to make it the numbers look good, but in terms of playability for me, this is it. It's real simple, nothing special, and this is probably my favorite melee of them out there as it stands. So if you have any comments or questions, as always, please do feel free to leave them below. I'm glad to answer them for you. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in next episodes. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon.